sports. Welcome to what many call the original Death Valley, Clemson, South Carolina, where the crowd is rocking in anticipation of the showdown we have in store. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from the ACC, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Sooners will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Here's the return from inside his 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Clemson's offense takes the field. And here comes the big fella, a staple of this aerial attack, Jesse.
And he's a guy that can line up all over the field, David. There's matchups out there waiting to be taken advantage of.
Yeah, and it's so nice to be able to do that. It makes it easy to play quarterback when you can feature a guy like this that's fast, big, and strong.
There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game.
Ball is free. Now the defense has got it, and they're going the other way.
Man, that's a big mistake. And listen, I'm still going to force-feed my playmakers. If I'm that quarterback, I'm that OC, I'm walking over to that guy and be like, listen, it's okay. It's a little bit of a mistake. We're still going to find ways to get you the rock. You're too important to this team not to give you the football.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
Man, that D-tackle's a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Worked it down to the 22-yard line, give him 5 on the carry. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
This guy's been an absolute force in this offense early this season, guys. We're only in the 3rd game. He's already got 3 touchdown catches. Talk about a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses.
And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Running game got stuffed on 1st down, still from their own 25 on 2nd and 10. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down.
Yeah, you start day 1 in training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got his man downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
What a great run there. On 3rd and 1 situation, though, David, that has got to be demoralizing for a defense, because they were packed up close to the line of scrimmage, expecting run on that.
Playing aggressive, but great offenses have the ability in predictable situations like 3rd and 1 to get 1st downs.
4 wide out set, 2 by 2 on 2nd and 5. Zings it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Sooners will send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense got to stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They go to the ground. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking for space. It's Harvin. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in his booth there if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
This would have been a massive field goal try from 55 yards out. Instead, they'll go for it and try to convert on 4th down. The Tigers brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. From that spot on the field, it almost takes the decision out of it there. You almost have to go for it.
Well, you think about what punting gives you. Punting, you could end up with 15, 20 yards. That would be awful. So you have to go for it. Put your offense on the field. Listen, this is the situations where you trust your offense. If you want to score a lot of points
and the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The #1 job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my #1 job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
He's got it on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
And I just love when guys know exactly where the sticks are. You could tell, ran with purpose, finished through the sticks, and got just enough for the first down.
And a nice job up front too, right?
Fires into traffic, picked off. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good... Interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. This offense has a second down play. They'll run the counter. Bulls his way forward. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Really nice run. This guy brings balance to this offense. It's not all high-flying aerial passing attack, too. You go back to Adrian Peterson, DeMarco Murray, Samaje Perine. They've always had guys in these spread-up tempo offenses that have been able to give them balance and force the defense to stay honest. That's exactly what this guy brings the Sooner offense.
Looking at a second and short now. They'll go to the air. Forced out of the pocket. He'll pull it down. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
Most offensive coordinators want to be really aggressive on second and short. And I love the quarterback here. He drops back the pass thinking being aggressive. Nothing available. Scramble. Give me an easy first down.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give to the back. Runs through the tackle. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Wide open downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. A first down run on the doorstep. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now it's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, the inside give. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. You can't hear yourself think on 3rd and goal. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. Oh, and the attempt is no good. And here in the 2nd quarter, we remain all knotted up.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They'll try the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to him. Still on his feet at the 45. This senior quarterback moving the chains and picking up a first down for his team. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Scrambling away. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. Pressure coming. He was able to squirt free and pick up just a few on that one.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds.
Well, the defense just has not had an answer for this guy working out of the slot so far. Man coverage has been tricky. He's beaten them in zone. You might want to think about bracketing him where you've got a defender on the outside and the inside to see if you can force the quarterback to go somewhere else.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. And the Tigers line it up with a 1st and goal. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. They want to throw it. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Clemson!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Give to the running back. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. They'll use a timeout right before halftime, maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He will score! Touchdown Sooners!
You know, we just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently and to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
Fair catch, called for and made. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Getting some heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's DeMarco. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. He'll just keep slinging it. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And they'll drag him down after...
Intercepted.
On the interception. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. He'll keep it himself. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at 42.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush, but with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Sooners will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
They finally make the stop at the big run. Is plenty to move those sticks for the first down. The Tigers have their offense in high gear.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
Well, he's making it look easy out there snagging that pass. Sammy Watkins, Mike Williams, T. Higgins. Great Clemson receivers in recent years. These guys just got open. They found a way with their speed and their route running ability. It's a lot of what this guy does here, too. He makes it easy on his quarterback.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
The modest gain on the completion really shows why you want to run the zone, make them execute, and rally to the ball.
100%. Zone eyes on the quarterback. I see him throw the football, break on it, go make tackles, live to fight another down.
They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Jumped on top of the pile. And as they come to the line here, they're passing on a surefire field. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead.
Pressure situation for the offense down there close on 4th and goal. So many different ways you can go about it. And they just put it in the quarterback's hands. They let him figure it out. He shows off his athleticism, and he finds the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Boston College stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Chestnut Hill. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direction this program is headed. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 35, he's loose. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the right. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers, slip him out of the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
Trying to make magic with his feet. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the move, it's DeMarco. At the 45, on his way. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the fourth. Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. They'll try to power their way ahead. Headed to the end zone. He finally goes out of bounds, but you better check that laundry on the field. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Wide receiver coming across in motion. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Tight coverage there. Did not stop him from making the grab. It's first and goal from the 8.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So we got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass to catch.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down. They'll come to the line needing 4 yards for a first down. They're already 2 for 2 on this drive. On the move. Touchdown, Tigers. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Coming out with it, it's Bacon. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The Sooner offense returns to the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Danced his way through traffic, pick up a 4 to the 19. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Unleashes it. On target over the middle. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. And the Sooners headed quickly to the line. Nice move to keep running. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. The Sooners are on the move. The give to the tailback. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the gun, the give, looking for room. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. This crowd knows when to bring it. Got it, looking for the first down. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. They move the tight end all over. Hand off from the shotgun. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has them set up. And guys, if they can make their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th, and the stage will be set for a great finish. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? The corners are walked up tight, trying to power it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners! Ready to try the point after. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on down. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. The Sooners looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 2nd down, wants to throw it. He makes a grab. Touchdown! Here's the conundrum for the defensive coordinator. Do you stay aggressive or do you protect and play a little more conservatively with the lead and just a few minutes left? They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. On 2nd down, looking to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. On the move. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Tigers in the hurry-up. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He'll try to do it himself. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's DeMarco. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. From the shotgun, the inside give. The offense will quickly use the timeout. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Clemson with another first down. He's going to pass. Makes the grab. It's Abraham. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Short completion last play. Let's see if they throw it again. Coming after it. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes a connection. They make the stop if this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Now from inside the red zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
What a massive play by this offense. Man, you needed it. Great execution. Now kick the extra point, tie this football game up late, or do you go for 2? Do you go for the win? Do you try to take the lead? That is a you decision.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, at least for the moment. There is a flag down. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the 4th quarter. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. On second down, he'll fire. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he reels it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Power football with the run. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Gain of 1. Second down coming up.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Clemson.
And the field goal unit is on the field. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Absolute shank. Missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. We'll get it started here in overtime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The Tigers are in the hurry-up.
Brings up second down.
He wants to throw here on second down. He'll pull it down and run. Tackled there by the defense. No huddle here for the offense. A designed run for the quarterback. Looks as if Clemson will have the first down. A lot of urgency for this offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. This is a designed run. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of pay dirt.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can...
Touchdown Tigers! They take the lead here in overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They didn't get it, and we'll see if that little bit of aggression comes back to haunt them.
That keeps the score. Clemson 41, Oklahoma 35.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Looking to pass on second down. Unleashes one deep. Oh, and this one's picked off. A huge overtime turnover.
That's a throw the quarterback would love to have back. You're obviously down here in the red zone. It's overtime. The windows are going to be small. He just got a bit too aggressive with his decision-making to kick a field goal here and win.
My pulse rate is still through the roof on this game. I would have called that one for free. Wait, I don't want to get carried away there, but it was a really fun game and a great win.
It really was. I know we're all up here. We're bouncing around. We're excited after having seen what we just saw. What a great